Good morning, everyone. This is Kayak Cliff. Today I'm up in Marianna, Florida. And Marianna is a little town. It's about an hour west of Tallahassee, Florida. It's up in the panhandle of Florida. And what I want to talk to you today about is e-kayaks. What's e-kayaks? Well, everybody's heard of e-bikes. They're everywhere. They're the rage. And e-bikes are electric-powered bicycles that just assist you like gears assist you in bikes and have been used for decades. They assist you in your pedaling of your bicycle. Well, there's e-kayaks now. And today I'm going to be in the Sea Eagle 380X Explorer, but it could be any Sea Eagle kayak or paddleboard. And I'm going to be demoing the Bixby J2 electric motor. And this easily snaps into the bottom Skeg assembly of your kayak or paddleboard. There's 12 speeds forward, but you have a remote control up in the cockpit of the kayak, and you can adjust the forward and the reverse motions of the Bixby J2 motor. And we're going to take it out on Merritt's Mill Pond. So you get a double whammy today. We're going on an extremely beautiful destination that I've wanted to visit in Florida. And Merritt's Mill Pond is here on the map on my truck here. It's a 4 to 5 mile pond that has been around for, well, centuries now. It's got 4 access points up at Blue Springs Hole and then Day Loop Road right around here. We are at Hunter Fish Camp, but then there's Arrowhead Campground down at the base. Now, when you launch, this is a Hunter Springs Road launch right here. And this is where we're going to launch into the pond. But I've been wanting to do this paddle for a long time. I've seen a lot of other videos on it. And the whole pond is crystal clear with springs along the length of the pond that rejuvenate it with crystal clear water. But it's a protected area, just a beautiful area that is wider than your average river, but narrower than your average lake. So it's very protected. And we're going to just get out there and explore. I'm going to show you a bunch of Merritt's Mill Pond, but I'm going to show you a bunch of the Bixby J2 motor. This is my first experience with it. So I'll be doing a review later, but this will be kind of a semi-prelude to a review with my first time impressions on the Bixby. So without further ado, let's get the Sea Eagle inflated and get out here on Merritt's Mill Pond. Now the Explorer is ready to go, almost. Mounting the Bixby J2 motor. I'm going to show you how you do that right now. And again, it will go on any of the Sea Eagle kayaks or paddle boards that have the the Skeg assembly underneath it, where you slide your Skeg into it. So let me set this up and I'll show you how you put the Bixby on. So just like I would take a fin, I'm going to take the Bixby and I'm going to slide it with propeller towards the stern, of course, and slide it into the assembly. And then you have a little locking tab like you have with the fins, the Skegs, and that just slides right in there and locks this into place. Then all you're doing is you're running your power cord back into the stern of the kayak, which I'm going to do here, and slide this over. And the beauty is this power pack here. And this is a not real heavy. I'll put the weight in the lower thirds, but I want to say this is like a 5 or 6 pound, maybe less. It doesn't feel heavy at all. Power pack. And it has plugs on the back. Now this power pack will float. It's designed with positive buoyancy, so it will float if it ever needs to. All the connections are 100% sealed from the water and the elements. So I unplugged the biggest one, and that's what I'm going to plug the motor into, the Bixby J2. Now there's a kill switch. This motor will not operate unless this magnetic kill switch is attached. Now you see the blue LED indicators come on showing that the battery and the motor and everything is powered and ready to go. Now, if I should fall out of the boat, I just either wrap this around my PFD or I just put a little carabiner on it. And this carabiner I'm going to attach to my PFD, and then that way if I ever fall out, boom, it turns off. See, the LED indicators went off. That way you got some safety and you don't fall out of the boat and the boat keeps going, because you don't want that to happen. Although with this Explorer 380X, it's pretty much virtually impossible to fall out of this boat. Hey there, I just wanted to take a quick moment to tell you thank you for watching these videos. I love editing these videos for you guys. As a matter of fact, my whole family edits videos, and we have a business called You Get It, We Edit. Like, you shoot all of the footage on your vacation with your GoPro or your phone or whatever. You have all this video footage that you don't want to take the time to edit it. Well, let us do it. Go to kayakcliff.com. I have a page on there that talks about You Get It, We Edit. So check it out. Let us edit your footage of your recent vacation or a past wedding or any type of event that you want to memorialize. Thanks for watching, and back to the video. Now, ordinarily, I would have launched at the end of the lake and gone the whole length and come back. But there's chance of thunderstorms today, some pretty bad stuff going through the southeast. Looks like everything will be okay, but I figured, I'd rather be in the middle of the lake so I can get back. Secondly, it's very windy today. It's 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. And on a day like today, I would not typically take out this Explorer. But this Explorer is a whitewater boat, but it's a kind of a do-everything boat. It's great for paddling, it's great for whitewater, it's great for surfing, it's great for stand-up fishing. They have an angler version as well, although you can do it out of the standard 380X. But it's pretty slow to paddle. It's not the most efficient kayak. So I throw the Bixby on it. Now I have like 12 speeds of forward and a bunch of speeds in reverse that I can paddle assist this thing, get back to the ramp quick if I want to. I'm going to go with the wind paddling today, maybe at a low speed on the Bixby assist, and then come back with a little bit more power into the wind, which is what this is really, it's one of the things it's designed for. So it just gives you maximum versatility with the boat. So again, I've been paddling a little bit right now, and again with the Bixby, I mean with the Explorer, when you paddle, you know, there's a little bit of yaw right and left because it's not really a major paddling boat, although it does paddle fine. I don't have anything on. The way I operate the Bixby is this remote control. Now, it's got a wrist strap on it. You could wrap it around your, you could probably wrap it around just fine around your kayak paddle, or you could put it around your wrist. What I'm gonna do is, there's a strap on the floor of the boat right here, and I'm going to go through that strap with it, so it's kind of right between my legs here. There, now I'm not going to lose it. And if I want to go forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm moving now. I'm probably on speed 4. I'm probably going 1.5 miles an hour right now doing nothing. But the Bixby is just aligned straight. There's no turning the Bixby motor. The way you turn is like you always turn when you're paddling, is kind of turn this way and kind of turn this way. And if I turn it on full speed, oh wow, I'm going I'm going pretty fast. I'm probably going 5 or 6 miles an hour, which is not possible paddling this boat. But with the Bixby it is. So I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna do a range test. I think I read you have about 85 minutes of capacity in the battery at full speed. I'm gonna be testing that. I'm gonna be using this Bixby a lot on all the different Sea Eagle kayaks. But if I have any errant, if I say anything wrong, I'm always gonna put the right stats down in the bottom of the screen. So forgive me if I do. I'm kind of new, this is my first time. But I think you can get about an hour at full speed with this thing, or you can go pretty much all day at a low speed as a paddle assist at a low speed. Boy, I tell you, this is like effortless. Really cool. Now, Merritt's Mill Pond, let me tell you a little bit history. We're going to be back and forth to the J2 Bixby, so don't leave if you want to learn more about the Bixby. We're going back and forth. But Merritt's Mill Pond, it was a mill pond, a grist mill pond, where they would grind up, you know, corn and wheat and things like that back in the 1800s. As it sits today, that was dammed up in about 1866, from what I've read. The first damming was in the 1830s, but then the final version was about 1866. And it's like 4 to 5 miles long, and just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, everything is crystal clear. It's like 10, 12 feet down to the bottom, and I can see it perfectly. I'll get you a bunch of underwater shots of the Bixby operating as well. But out of 12 speeds, I'm on speed 4 right now, just a very easy paddle assist. And the boat is tracking perfectly straight unless I want to turn it with my paddle, which, again, I do that way, or I do that way. Now, I just reached under the boat, and what I like about this Explorer is I can get up on my knees and I can reach over without fear of tipping over at all. I noticed it was going a little bit slower, but I was going through the shallow areas with a lot of grass. This Merritt's Mill Pond has tons of grasses, as you can see from underneath. I'm kind of staying in the middle now, as long as I'm doing the power assist. I'm at speed 4, but I did collect in the lower areas a lot of grass around the Bixby motor. You can also get from Sea Eagle the weed guard around it. I have not installed the weed guard yet, but in a situation like this, I think the weed guard might be the better option. But no, I'm moving at a good clip now, just wanting to explore this before the rain comes. As you can see, it's pretty ominous, but I'm definitely going to need those 12 speeds to get all the way back against all of this wind. Just the cypress trees, the shoreline here, and all the moss waving in the wind, and the cypress trees is just, it's just gorgeous. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get a shot right now. See how easy I'm turning? I'm gonna head over to some cypress trees over here, show you that moss. Pretty cool. Gosh, I'm beginning to think, I think speed 4 is cruising speed on this. The boat is so maneuverable, it's almost like a slalom course going through these this bald cypress forest and these clear springs. But 4 is kind of like cruising speed, and this boat is just extremely maneuverable with that. With the motor and gear and going. This is amazing. I couldn't resist standing up and paddleboarding. I'm kind of like a human sail, but I have the motor off right now, just going with the wind. And I love how in the Explorer, I can stand up and I have total stability to do anything I want. And this is a trip I would have never done in the Explorer with all this wind today, because it would have been a bear to paddle up back with. But I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. Now the grass, I need to stay to the deeper areas here where the grass is not going to hit the motor, because I did not put the weed guard on and it kind of gets wrapped around there. So I'm just staying in the deeper areas when I have the motor on, and that way I don't get wrapped up with it. My intentions were for this to be, when I scheduled this a couple of weeks ago, my intentions were for this to be a perfectly pristine day. I could fly the drone, it'd be a sunny day, the springs would pop, the clear water would pop, and it would just be gorgeous. But this has actually worked out a heck of a lot better, because yeah, using this Bixby, it really is illustrating and showing me the benefit of having e-powered kayaks, or e-kayaks. And I love how you could take this and I could put it on my real efficient paddling Razor Light. I could have it on this not as efficient paddling Explorer, or I could even put it on a paddle board or the Fast Track. There's just so many options, and to have this in your kitty of options, even if you have the big, super big Explorer and you're going tandem with a spouse or anything like that, one Bixby can just really extend your adventures. I was looking at the radar. There's some pretty dark clouds out there, and I'm pretty far down Merritt Mill Pond. I apologize, I can't take you on the whole journey of this whole beautiful pond. I'm going to be back and do some snorkeling and come in some beautiful weather. But I'm going to put this on some higher power, and I'm going to get the motor on back to the launch point and just hang around there just in case there's a storm that rolls in. So I'm trying to get back there. Boy, it grew eerily still. I'm still on my way back, but I think I'm gonna get caught in some rain. There's some rain off to my right, off to the north, and the temperature's dropped a little bit. So this is not pretty. But I see the wind's picking up again now, so I'm putting this thing in gear and try to get back. Wasn't supposed to rain until after 3 o'clock, but you know how that is. Well, I made it back to the boat launch area. Man, there was like a storm just skirting us, and the wind came up and got strong again. And I looked at the radar before I left, and it said slight chance today. There's a bunch of the bad storms producing tornadoes going across the southeast, but they weren't going to really hit the panhandle of Florida. But man, I think it's too risky to stay out here much longer. But hey, there is a fold-out solar panel that goes with this Bixby motor as well. So if you're doing multi-day trips and you're going to be going at low-level paddling, low-power paddling, you can use that solar panel to keep this thing charged, and I'll be trying that out. But I just wanted to do this video and take you in a cool place and show you this Bixby motor and how cool it is and how useful it can be for doing more experiences in paddling. And you know, we'll use a solar panel going forward. We'll do all types of different things on all different types of craft. But thanks for coming with me. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm doing adventure videos all over the Southeast. Go to my website. All of the products that I use are there and that I recommend at kayakcliff.com, or the links will be in the description box of this video. But God's blessings to all of you and your families. You know, have fun, get out there and adventure, and experience these great outdoors. Kayak Cliff out. Hey, just briefly, I want to show you this. I'm back at the truck after getting back, and you touch this too here. I was out there for about an hour, and I was going all speeds, and at the end with that storm, I was going full speed for quite a while. I got 5 out of 6 bars left. I think this Bixby will turn out to be something that can really generate some power for some extended periods of time, really more than anybody would want. So it's pretty cool.